signal towers. You know those towers in the sky that, the 5G towers, and then they light up at night. They try to hide them behind trees and stuff like that. Well, do you know that actually can make you sick? That's right. Signal towers. I'm not talking about AM radio towers, okay? They're also another problem. But 5G cell phone towers are making people sick. They are radiation, and if you're too close to it, it depends on who you are, you might get sick and have a reaction to it. Now, when you're under a cell phone tower nowadays, you don't have any bars. You ever notice that? You drive by a cell phone tower and your bars on your phone are like, there's like no signal. What does that tell you? They don't want you to know this information. These cell phone towers, they make you, I don't know, in the long term, they make you sick. So, it all started back when, I guess, 3G towers, but now 5G towers are even more powerful. And when you drive by one, try to get an EMF detector if you have one, a good one, and try to see how much radiation will come off of them. The amount of radiation is insane. Now, they're doing a good job at hiding them. Hiding them behind trees. Because, they're ugly. They're ugly towers, They're trying to blend them in. They're trying to hide them. They're putting them next to schools. Why are they in schools? The kids don't need that radiation. They don't need that. They're putting them everywhere. It has to stop. They have to put them somewhere completely far away from people. My God, they even put them in the middle of a field. They're better off in the middle of a field rather than next to someone's house. Same thing with telephone poles. You live next to telephone poles. Notice how everybody gets cancer and dies. Have you ever noticed that? Guilty, yeah. Me next to a telephone pole. What do you want me to do? Cut it off? Whatever. Think about it. Next time you drive around, you're traveling, you're in your neighborhood, look at the cell phone towers. Count how many you have. If you have 3 within a mile radius, that's a problem. You don't need 3 within a mile radius. You only need 1. Okay? Now, the AM radio towers are super, super tall, and they're red. They have the same color. Most of them are red. Big, giant red towers. Now, and they light up at night. They've been around way longer than the 5G towers. Okay, yeah, they emit radiation, but in my opinion, I don't think they're as bad as the AM radio towers are relied, I believe, on dispatch centers and communication. But the 5G radio towers are the problem you got to look out for. And I don't know if they are responsible for killing plants and trees and stuff like that. But look it up online and you'll see the amount of radiation that is surrounded within the radius of these towers. And yet they tell you it's safe. That is key word. That it is not safe. And that is, you should run for the hills. So there's that. What else is there about these radio towers, these cell phone towers? In the future, what's going to happen is they're just, I don't know. I'm trying to think that they're just going to keep putting these up too close together, and it's probably going to cause a serious problem for people. The younger people, not the older people. Yeah. So that's my thing on 5G radio towers, dude. You got to be careful with them. They are everywhere. They need to stop with these things. We have a good signal. We don't need 10,000 of these things in every mile radius. That's dangerous. So, yeah, that's the end of that. Stay informed, friends.